Hey everyone, we are the Culture Circuit, a brand new show featuring some of your favorite content creators in the UAE. And we are actually a concept show where we talk about not just the popular things that are in Dubai, but what to see, what to watch, what to do. And for our first episode, you've probably seen this man everywhere, and he is not. He is now a mainstay at every major event in Dubai, and in fact, the name ItzyReviews is definitely something for a person who's known for making very flashy content, and of course, he's one of the younger content creators in the country, up and coming. I mean, I would say up and coming, but you already smashed that already this year, and from that perspective we are going to start a show featuring him now today. And ItzyReviews has always been a name which we associated with cinema and movies.
Right. That's always been my passion ever since I was a kid.
Yeah. But what's your background? What do you actually do?
I'm actually a software engineering student, and I'm currently in year 3.
Okay.
But the love for passion, like the movies and cinema, it always unites us all. So that's the main goal.
Okay. So you've obviously jumped into this content creation game at a very interesting time now. You're you're like the child of the 2000s, I would assume, and the algorithm has been very, very different from when my time was. Me not showing my age, and what drew you to doing stuff to begin with?
So I used to post reviews on my mom's Facebook when I was 10 years old. Yes, I used to do that, and I used to take part in giveaways and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I do my own giveaways for the same premieres, and that's like a full circle moment.
Yeah.
But the love and the idea for cinema, we sit in a dark room where we see images on the screen, and it transports us into a whole different world.
Yeah.
That has always meant so much to me,
Yeah.
and it always takes the pain away. There is nothing that the cinema can't cure.
Yeah.
And I feel that cinema is the greatest way to happiness, for me at least. That's the greatest way to achieve happiness, and I feel that, and I stay that. Yeah.
We are segueing into the one reason why the UAE is also one of the biggest pop culture hubs in the region, the Middle East Film and Comic Con.
The biggest pop culture event in the region. Yeah. With 2024, we had 35,000 fans in attendance, and 2025 is even going to be bigger.
Yep.
I'm an ambassador for the event.
Absolutely.
And I'd love to. So any of you guys need a discount on tickets, you can use the code ITZY20 for a discount on 20% off 1-day passes and 3-day passes.
Yeah.
I had to put that plug in.
You definitely need 3 days to be there, because at the end of the day, even if you're looking for a deal, the third day is obviously the nicest day for, especially if you're buying collectibles, because a lot of people come in to sell their art and stuff. And I think the last time, when last year Boss Logic showed up, I got a series of prints from him as well.
Wow.
And he was like, "Hey man, here you go." And there are artists obviously who are looking to get their art out there. You will definitely find some amazing finds. I did.
This year we're having Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
And I think this wraps up the whole Daredevil arc of this community. We were there at the premiere.
Yeah.
We're also going to be watching the finale, I think. I'm planning on doing that something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we should.
And then, we're going to end the whole culmination saga with meeting Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Of course.
That's going to be amazing.
Hey everyone, this is Future Kevin, and we just found out that Wilson Fisk, aka Vincent D'Onofrio, will not be attending. But also, if you want to meet the man who never misses a shot, Wilson Bettel will be coming to MEFCC. However, we forgot to mention that our very own Andrew Garfield, who is in The Amazing Spider-Man, Hacksaw Ridge, and Tick Tick Boom, and among other favorite films, is coming to MEFCC, and I just wanted to mention that, as we did not know this until the time of the recording. And we are here to let you know about that now.
Yeah, I think super excited.
I think that, and especially because Charlie Cox has been there before, but not he came in very, very short time. But now he's coming as a main guest, and honestly, pretty cool catch. Well done, Informa from MEFCC. And
W Informa.
Basically, I think that this time's lineup is also catering
more
very much. I think look, Abu Dhabi is a very anime-centric audience, and I think that was very much evident with events from the previous years. Especially with Animania and that sort of thing. But I think to get we have Emily Rudd as well from the One Piece show. And then we have the voice actors from the Japanese VAs coming in. Renji was the latest one. I think a lot of old school fans of Bleach are oh yeah, Renji's finally here and stuff like that. With that being said, however, we're coming back again now to this whole cultural community and stuff with MEFCC. What are you most excited for?
I'm most excited to meet the celebs, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. So last year I had a great pleasure with meeting Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing, man. I really loved it. I think that's so far the biggest guest MEFCC has ever got.
Yeah.
And just the fact, the vibe of him is like really amazing, man. But even before, like we have had some great celebs like Anthony Daniels. We've had Anakin Skywalker. That's amazing. Like really, like I I forgot his name.
So basically, yeah, I know you obviously are referencing. I'm trying to
Hayden
remember.
Christensen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had the most. Even I had a great interaction with him in Comic Con as well because I brought my lightsaber specifically to get signed by him.
Oh, man.
And
I saw the pic of you hugging him. Like,
yeah,
that
because
was
see,
really
look,
amazing.
Hayden went through a lot in the Star and anyone who went through the Star Wars universe goes through a lot because our community is not the easiest to deal with.
I know Raz had this saying like the people who love Star Wars hate Star Wars the most.
Yeah, actually, that is very true. That is stupidly true because I remember when we saw the last film, The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, when you walked out of it, and then I think someone else in the world walked out of that movie. And at the credits, it was obviously we see it written, produced, directed by the director's name. And then it was written, produced, and directed by Reddit. Reddit, because they were trying to appease all the fans. And then in the end, we got a hodgepodge of a story. And then Rey becomes Rey Skywalker for some reason and then walks off into the sunset. And now, when Kathleen Kennedy announced her resignation, saying that she's still retaining control until they pick someone else for her. Now, I personally believe that she did make some great stuff as well. Like we had Andor, we had The Bad Batch, we had Mandalorian, we had a lot of
Mandalorian, and I think they have a film coming as well this year.
Yeah,
I think next year.
Next year, probably. They're filming now for Mandalorian, and then Andor season, like the last season of Andor is coming.
How was the skeleton crew? Did you watch that?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what if the Goonies?
I heard it's like Space Goonies. Yeah,
Space Goonies.
Wow.
Who wouldn't want to watch Space Goonies? It's such a fantastic premise.
No, I definitely.
And in fact, like there's a scene which I'm not going to spoil too much of it, where we see a kid finally use a lightsaber for the first time, and then they epically fail in that over the top moment. It feels so comedic, and that's like a Goonies thing. Like you're setting this up. Oh yeah, someone's going to be part of the Force, and they're going to really, kick ass, and then nothing, and then. That's like it's such a beautiful show, and I think like definitely worth watching. But obviously, Star Wars fans hate Star Wars the most. Like, give me my Rogue Squadron series or like something to deal with the politics, and that's why Andor is so good. Like for me, Clone Wars remains like the best.
The best,
and the animation one, the Jenny Tartakovsky, like I'm butchering his name. The animation, the same person who made Powerpuff Girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have like a great helm right now. That duo is like the same level as the James Gunn and Peter Safran duo.
And it's crazy though because obviously now we had like again Nvidia had a new conference and they're very much into the AI and they showed like a BD droid, like a B1 droid or something, and it's an AI, a droid acting on their own.
Wow!
So you can actually get to see these droids at Star Wars in the theme park. Like they will be
Disney has
around.
been killing it in the theme parks generally.
Yeah, I think
I saw this $20 million avatar. In the ride, in one of the rides.
Yeah,
they have this $20 million like an avatar figurine is just moving right there. It looks so realistic.
It's animatronic.
It's animatronic.
Oh my God.
$20 million animatronic just for the ride.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you should check it out. It looks so realistic.
See, now, all the more reason to go and visit. But the one thing that this is what they're showing us. Imagine the stuff they're not showing.
Not sure.
And I think when a couple of YouTubers went into the Disney Tech Studios division, like I think you've seen this as well, where they showed the first actual retractable lightsaber.
Wow.
Like an actual.
Oh retractable. Yeah, I think I've seen a demo of it recently.
It is an actual hard plastic.
Wow.
So you can obviously it's a display piece, but the fact is, Disney patented the whole retractable thing, right? So that's why when you see like these knockoffs, they don't have the same effect because they copyrighted them. So they can go after any saber manufacturer. But this one actually has like light coming off the thing. So that's how it turns on. And the only time I think they stopped doing this, the only time you could get one of these for $1,000 is if you went to the hotel and stayed over and did the course to build your own lightsaber. Which is a very cool concept.
Yeah.
And I think like having such a unique looking lightsaber would have been amazing. But if you don't have $1,000 and you have 1,000 dirhams, maybe
stick to the Toys R Us one.
Saber Forge, like amazing websites where you can actually like buy like battle ready lightsabers which is what I have. I have another one.
My birthday's
For
coming
cosplay.
up, by the way.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned this because like when it comes to like stuff like this, and I think collectibles is such an important thing.
Yeah, it means a lot to all of us. I
Yeah,
think.
like and Hayden signed my lightsaber, and I'm like, this is like I grew up in Star Wars, and this is like a very watershed moment because, especially when you relate to the same struggles of the character and his personal life and stuff, which is why he hugged me. To be fair, because I said, "Hey, man, I kept going on in life because I saw you in that movie."
So
And-
heartwarming.
And he can't. And I was telling him because we all knew he was coming in Ahsoka, and I'm like, I look forward to seeing you in Ahsoka again, and I hope you do other stuff outside of Star Wars and you get those roles and stuff like that. And he was a very happy man. Like I mean, he doesn't need to do a day of work anymore, but as an actor, I'm sure like you don't want to be typecasted into that same role. Say for example, Pedro Pascal,
Yeah.
like daddy's superhero at this point, really, because now he's Mr. Fantastic, he's Mandalorian, and he's been in Game of Thrones. Like you see, like the trifecta. So
But another thing I noticed is like MEFCC is really good at identifying talent early on because they got in
right?
Jason Momoa, they
And-
got in Barry Keoghan
Yeah.
before he was the Joker.
Yeah.
And I can name on like so many like the casting department at MEFCC, like the talent department, they always like they have a great job.
yeah.
It's amazing, like really.
And a lot of people obviously ask this question to the MEFCC team, why don't you bring in the latest talent? And they're like, I think a lot of people need to realize like the optics of like the region as well. And like,
I see
because-
people, like just blindly like bring Robert Downey Jr. I'm
Yeah,
like,
bring Robert
guys,
Downey
just
Jr.
be
Sure.
realistic.
I mean, like, he'll only charge a cool $2.5 million to like show
even
up.
higher, I think,
And
10
then
or
you-
something.
And also the fact is like, imagine, so some of those costs, obviously, like, you don't, like, again, they want to make it accessible for people here. It has to be relevant as well. Like, and I think that's one of the things as well. Like they identify the audience, and I love them for this because, like, we had a killer lineup last year,
Yeah.
and I think
And even the year before, I love MEFCC.
yeah, in that sense, like I really genuinely like that. They look out for the community in that sense, and every year we look forward to it. And
the main event where all the geeks gather, you have the Funko collectors, you have the
Yeah.
anime lovers,
you have the
weebs,
gamers, you
everyone.
have like cosplayers, and especially like the cosplayers in MEFCC kill it
Kill it every single
time.
time. I
Like-
remember seeing like a Predator cosplay, and it's
Yeah,
so
that was
realistic.
nuts. Like I think I remember seeing someone showing up as General Grievous, and I saw him.
And the whole Fire One Legion, like that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think you're part of that, no?
Not exactly, no. So I came in as a guest. So I think this was the first time I dressed up in proper cosplay as Darth Revan from the Knights of the Old Republic game, and also from Star Wars lore. And I think a lot of kids who are not familiar with that character was like, oh, it's what is it? The Knights of Ren, that character. And then they're like, no, it's Revan. But then it's a child, obviously.
Darth Revan.
But what they don't tell about cosplays is how hot it gets in that costume. And I think that's
I'm
what,
planning to cosplay as Doom for Avengers. Like I'm really working. on that
Really?
costume. I'm really looking forward. But I had to like get in the work in, so I'm probably gonna bulk up or something like that.
oh, wow.
I have
I
1
mean,
year
like
to
you
go.
have a good 2 years.
Yeah,
You have a good 2 years to do
Good
this.
1 year, I think.
Yeah.
Next year.
But I think also like I'm looking forward to just generally spending time with people in Comic-Con.
Oh my god.
And I think because one of the most important aspects of making any event successful of this nature is the people. And every year, like these are like the three, like for the last 10 years when I've been to Comic-Con, it's always been about the people,
Right.
the faces you recognize and the people you don't see like every year, and everyone has something to say.
Right.
So naturally, I think that's what I'm most excited about. You've been the ambassador now for the second year running. This is definitely like your world.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
always been a passion project to me.
Yeah.
MEFCC, like the guys at MEFCC know this. Like this collaboration has always been my dream. I remember like DMing the MEFCC account like back when I was 12.
Yeah.
I had this whole thing like I still have the message if I want to show you.
Yeah.
I DM them like, do you guys have any giveaways or stuff like that? And
Yeah.
I love to come at MEFCC. I think the first time I attended, I was like 14 or something.
Yeah.
And then today I'm hosting my own giveaway for MEFCC tickets.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Guys, check out his channel, ItzyReviews, because he's always giving away something or the other. And
it's always for the community.
it's,
like,
yeah,
it's for the
and I
people.
appreciate that about you because like we come back to accessibility. Like, okay, like you're making it available to like people. Again, it leverages your channel, and I get that as a content creator, like this is like a bumper win. And but at the same time, like obviously people will be looking out for discount codes and that sort of thing. And I love the ambassador program for that because it allows people to like, again, if
And
people,
also, like,
yeah.
it allows people to interact and support the community in like
Yeah.
a very general way, you know.
Like I remember this as well because in the event, a lot of people did not know my actual name, but they knew me by my handle.
Nox Voyager. It's
No,
very
yeah.
iconic
It
handle.
is an iconic handle. Like, oh yeah, is that your real name? Because when you say Kevin at the end
Yeah, I
of it,
know when people
and
call me
like,
Itzy. People call me Itzy. I'm like,
yeah, but yeah. So before we end the show, what's the story behind the name ItzyReviews?
So the funny story is like my old gamer tag was
Yeah.
It's Ahil, and my friends, used to call me Itzy, like they shortened it down to Itzy, and I was like, wait, why not just be ItzyReviews? And
Yeah.
that was, to me, the word means creativity. It's always about letting your inner creative studio like work out.
Yeah.
And that's what it means to me. That's what the whole brand stands out for.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why, the word Itzy, it's like always so catchy and stuff. That's why I stuck with it, and that's the ItzyReviews today.
Now that you're mentioning this, do you think you can go to like Ahil reviews?
Oh my god, never. now that I hear about this, it's like so odd. Like I cannot.
Yeah, like look, even like from other content creators who you will see, like in the future in this platform, like very few of them use their actual names
Right.
as well. Like case in point, Venomology,
I was thinking about the same thing.
who literally modeled his entire channel around
Venom.
And now we obviously have a different conversation about like branching out. Like how do you branch out?
Right.
Especially if you build your entire brand around like a character or an IP. So that's definitely worth a conversation for another time. But if you
We
like,
will bring him in.
100%, you're going to see like a lot more of them. You're going to see a lot more of these content creators as they come up and everyone has very starkly different opinions on things. And if you like what you saw and you felt like you love us, you want to see us more of this, you basically can follow us on our respective social media channels.
And before we end this episode, we would like to massive shout out to Rove for sponsoring this episode.
Yep.
They've always been the backbone of our community. They've always supported in our events, be it Comic Con, Naruto the Gallery, they've always had the back for the geek community, and that's just W Rove, man. Like literally, do check them out. They have the best hotels in the city, and it's amazing. I do recommend the Rove downtown branch, which we're currently in.
Yep.
And even for the studios, he's gonna plug it.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are a content creator and you want to do your own podcast, you can definitely check out this place. This is where we're filming right now. We do our episodes here. We love doing it over here because it's, again, a very central location for everybody involved. And 100%, thank you so much, Rove, again, for allowing us to, record our talk here. And with that being said, my name's Kevin and Nox Voyager. I have from ItzyReviews. And we've been your hosts on the Culture Circuit. Do check us out on, various social media. We are plugged it in the bio. And we will catch you for the next one.
See ya.